Hey everyone, welcome to this weekly update video for the 26th of February. We will get on to TFM, but I just wanted to start out with a quick update on Beyond ATC to let you know that that has gone into beta. We have 3 members of the BVI community, known members, testing this. They are all under NDAs of sorts, so I can't really talk about anything related to anything I might know about the project, but rest assured that it's being tested by BVI members, so they will be giving feedback on it. And yeah, it seems like it's been a bit of a hectic start to the beta. The dev is obviously predictably getting quite slammed, but hopefully he's going to be able to work through this and continue to make improvements, certainly on the accessibility side. And certainly, obviously there's going to be bugs and there's going to be things that he needs to improve in different regions, maybe phraseology and bits and bobs, because it's obviously different in all parts of the world, and it's going to be really difficult, especially in a beta, to get all that down in the first phase. So make of that what you will, but as I say, I can't really, I don't think it's right to go into any info on people's experiences, so you just have to kind of wait on that one. But just to say that there are BVI people in it, so don't worry too much about it. The feedback will be sent, and it's up to the dev on whether he makes good on that feedback. The pricing model has been released for Beyond ATC as well. It's going to be $60 for the base, and then you'll have to purchase packs of transmission time. So if you use the offline voices, it will be using sort of Windows voices and that kind of thing, so it will be pretty low quality, but the only transmission time you'll be using is when you actually use the voice activated transmission, and that'll use a very small amount, so you could do probably thousands of flights with that. But as soon as you start using the higher quality voices, the transmission time that you're going to use with each flight increases. So maybe you could do a couple of hundred flights or whatever, and then you got to start buying other packs. There's been a lot of criticism of it in the community. There's a lot of videos that content creators have made. There's even one that's 45 minutes with this guy doing a justification of the pricing model. So if you want to go watch that, then you can hear it from him. And ultimately, I'll leave you to make up your mind on that. Obviously, the thing with Beyond ATC is it does use all these AI voices, and obviously they need to at least break even, if not maybe make a little bit of profit. So that does mean it's a little bit more expensive. Hopefully in the coming years, as access to these premium AI voices becomes slightly less expensive, these kind of things will go down. So but in terms of talking flight monitor, let's move on to that, because the pricing model has also been revealed for that. So TFM will be charging $9.99 per month for a subscription, or $100 per year. So that's access to the latest TFM release version. There'll be access to the ability to go ahead and apply for beta of various features when that gets moving. So you won't be able to do that if you're not a subscriber. Obviously, you're going to get support. So if you're not a subscriber, you won't have access to the release version. Hence, we're going to really struggle to be providing support for that. But if you're a subscriber, you can get support for whatever issues you might have. So that's the pricing model. We think it's proportionate to the value you as a consumer will receive. And we're not going to say a lot about stuff right now in terms of feature roadmaps, because the transition is still taking place, but there are some exciting feature explorations going on for the very distant future. But of course, the 737 needs to be fully completed. The PMDG 777 will be coming out in a few months. We've already said previously that we can't expect TFM to support that immediately, not least because it probably won't be able to anyway. We'll need to make sure the SDK is there, that FSUIPC has all the relevant LVARs going on and whatnot. So this is not going to be something that will be there on day one. And so as part of TFM trying to be a little bit more ordered, we obviously want to try and get projects going in an orderly fashion rather than jumping around between all these different projects. So We shall see. PMDG themselves recently released an update on the 777. It's another word salad by Robert. They seem to love releasing these very lengthy updates, which are essentially just saying, yeah, it's still in beta, it's still going, bugs have been fixed, blah, blah, blah. No major news on that, but you can go and read it for yourself if you want on the PMDG forums. But in terms of TFM, the other news is that the ticket system is now up and running. So if you go to talkingflightmonitor.com/contact, you can fill out a ticket. Now, this is not for feature requests or bug reports. This is just for receiving support. So if you have support requests at the moment, you can send them through. Obviously, when the paid model gets up and running, paid subscribers are going to be priority with support, and there will be elements that we're not going to be able to support as well. But that's the official way to get support. If you want to send in bugs when the paid process gets up and running, whether that be for the official or beta version, there will be other methodology in place. Same thing for feature suggestions. We'll be using a different platform. If you want to look at documentation, then that process is still ongoing. We have a couple of applicants so far interested, but if you're still wondering about this, then do feel free to drop us a message, info@talkingflightmonitor.com on the email, or private message one of the team, and send us a demo of you. Either you can do a video if you'd like to do the video portion of the documentation, or written portion, or both, and you can send that, and it'll be you demoing how you would do some documentation for the MCP boxes. You can do one or several within the PMDG 737 in MSFS. So that's the announcement on the pricing. We will have more announcements in due course as we actually near the release. As I said, as a reminder, you can currently download the old stable version, the release version of TFM, on the website, and we'll have more announcements when we actually hit the release on what's going to happen with freely available versions of TFM and that kind of thing. And so we'll make that distinction and that announcement then, so that you'll know what you can expect. Other than that, there's not too much to speak of, but the transition is going well within TFM, and although there's no time frame, I think it's going as was expected. It's coming along quite nicely. As we said in our kind of mission statement when the TFM task force was formed, it's important that the project is sustainable. It's important that we communicate with users as well, and that's what we're trying to do. Both points there, but there's obviously some things that we're not able to communicate right now. And one of the things I think it's important for TFM to do is in some cases speak about things less, and then let you know when they're actually about to happen or have happened, rather than throwing all these things around that turn out to be conjecture and don't end up happening, and it just gets confused. So that's what we're trying to do. So as I keep saying, I always come back on and say, there's going to be more announcements, or there's going to be more information, and there will be. It just got to be at the right time, right? We're not just going to release everything and then change it all. So stay tuned. There is a blog post all about this as well, so you can go ahead and look at that. The other thing to note with TFM is that if you are running SimUpdate 15 beta, some users have reported that the output of the FMC is not visible. This seems to be, we think, something to do with Microsoft Send. There's a lot of reports on it. You only have to Google it to find them. There's a lot of reports on it. People having the issue in a variety of aircraft. People having the issue when they've uninstalled FSUI PC. So yeah, it seems to be something that they need to fix, some kind of cockpit blackout issue. So we believe they're looking into it, but if you are going to update to SimUpdate 15 beta, then just be aware you might have that issue with the PMDG. So you probably want to stick on SimUpdate 14 for now, and hopefully they're able to fix it before 15 gets released. That's pretty much going to be it. So main thing is the pricing model, I guess, for not just TFM actually, but beyond ATC. A couple of bits of news there going on, and We shall see you in the next video.